special guest today that I'll be talking to in just a minute. I'll be welcoming a great choreographer, a dancer, and a great human being, Blaakow. Blaakow will be joining us in a minute, and it's going to be more like a workshop. But it's just a teaser of the kinds of things that we're going to be doing from time to time. Live stream, answering questions and talking about dance and performance and Afrobeat. Afrobeat, the music, the culture, the influence on society, people's journey, lifestyle, pretty much things like that. So in just a minute, I'll be inviting my brother from another mother. Blaakow will be joining us from Paris, France. And if you are watching us from wherever you're watching us, wherever you're joining, let me know where you're joining us from, okay? Let me know what city, what state, what country. We just want to get an idea of where our audience, where they are located, where they're viewing us from. I've noticed quite a number of people have texted, emailed, sent me some stuff, which is very good. So as we fine-tune everything, you will get more insight, more understanding. We had a great recording last week from our team right here in Hollywood, and that video will be dropping soon. So it's a promo video of a dance that we curated for promoting this event that we're doing, the ultimate Afrobeat dance experience. So Blaakow, who's a dance choreographer, very knowledgeable and good at what he does, will be joining us and talking about dance and the beauty of what he does, okay? But if you have questions, type your questions in the comment section so that way we'll be able to answer one or two questions. Welcome to another episode of Enhanced Perception. Today we are diving deep into the heart and rhythm of the Afrobeat dance experience. And I'm thrilled to introduce a remarkable guest whose journey and impact on Afrobeat culture have been nothing short of inspiring. Our guest today is Blaakow, a pioneering dancer, creative force, and the heart behind renowned platforms like Africa Best Dance Camp,
yes,
and the Afro Intensive program. His work has ignited a passion for Afrobeat dance worldwide and provided transformative spaces for artists to come together, learn, and evolve. From high energy choreography to teaching the roots and essence of Afrobeat and Afro dance. So today we'll uncover the journey that brought him here, the essence of Afrobeat dance culture, and the incredible impact of his work on global communities. How is that?
sounds good.
So
Sounds good.
I know you kind of mentioned that your dance involves a lot of a fusion of Afro dance and ndombolo and a lot of other things. So go ahead and explain that part to us.
Okay, first of all, as my culture is close to Congolese, like I grew up with Dombolo culture. I live in Central Africa before to come to Paris.
Mm-hmm.
We just hear about Dombolo and Kupeleka back in it. So coming to Europe, we will find about like even the term Afro, because in Central Africa we have like names, like you dance or you do Dombolo. If you dance all kind of style, we just gonna say you dance. That was not like, oh, this is hip hop, this is this, this is that.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically, the most popular dance was Dombolo and Kupeleka. So coming to Europe, to France, I get along with the dancer from this community in Paris. Then by the time Paris scene grow, we find out about Afro House, about Afro New Style, something that born in Paris because of some inspiration, creation from an artist. Then now we have the time of Amapiano, Pansula, Cham, Jazzy, Bole, like so many modern dance from different part of Africa are like rising up.
Mm-hmm.
So for us, we don't really use like Afrobeat dance or Afrobeat at all because we don't need to. Like each country have its own culture, and we try, at least me, with the people I work with, we try our best to keep using these terms. Otherwise, it must just be gone. On social media, it's so easy to lose information.
Mm-hmm.
So today when I teach, I don't use Afrofusion. That doesn't make sense for me to use Afrofusion. use the terms of the music, the culture you want to teach today, that make more sense. Otherwise, people are going to go home with a wrong term. It's easy to say, yeah, but I'm going to mix this. But the fusion is actually a danger. Like, people know me from this conversation already because I really try my best to keep using the right terms. It's like you try to forget some language. If you don't use Dombolo in 10 years, in 15 years, nobody gonna remember what is Dombolo. They're gonna be, oh, but that's Afrofusion because I just mix everything.
Right.
But no, actually, so about the specificity of the term is important for us and for me because I'm one of the heads that try to keep it alive. So yeah, I was like, I can't really go live and just use Afrobeat because Afrobeat born from Niger culture. Even if he born in Ghana by Fela Kuti, but that was from in Ghana, it's still a Niger culture. So when we use Afrobeat to speak about the global dance from Africa, it's a bit wrong because a lot of countries don't relate to Afrobeat. Afrobeat is something that born from one singer, and today the term is used to globalize the music. It's the beat produced by our computer from different part of Africa. So there's the music side of it, but for the dance, we have very specific name for so many dances. So I try to stick to it and to use it so we don't forget it.
I see. Wow. So now let's shift into the story behind the creator. Blaakow is not only a dancer, but is also an entrepreneur with a mission to support artists and spread dance across borders. His roots deeply intertwined in the origins of dance, Afrobeat, and like he has said, Afrofusion and African dance. Huh?
Afro dances only. No
Afro
Afrofusion,
dance.
no Afrobeat.
So
Afro dances. We can use Afro dances to speak about different one. No Afrofusion for Blaakow. Never ever.
Okay, so Afro dances.
Yes.
So keep it to Afro dances. Yeah. Okay, so you have invested in empowering others through programs and dance camp and has successfully brought together aspiring and professional dancers to experience the transformative energy of Afro dance. And as a quick note, you can support Blaakow's projects. Check out his GoFundMe page. We'll make sure to include the link in the show notes. Your GoFundMe page, before I put it in the show notes, we'll just give it out. So can you say it here? Yeah.
Basically, as it's my birthday, I come up with this idea like, why not ask my community to support because I invest a lot. We did a lot of work in Paris and in Europe for free sometimes during the COVID, and even like sometimes when I travel, we do like street session with people that want to practice and learn more about the dance because there is the studio time. On studio, you cannot learn everything. So I spend a lot of time after studio or after classes talking, advising, coaching, or freestyling with people because I'm from a freestyle culture. That's the best expression for me. And I create a lot of content so we can have, how we say, visibility, engagement on our pages. So I've been doing this for 10 years, but mostly with an iPhone. I don't have the same iPhone for 10 years, of course. But for example, like for the fall last year, I've been using an iPhone 11. And right now the phone is dying, like it's burning out. Wow. But basically I was like, you know what? Some events are going actually good. Some events are going super bad. But when you organize like 13 events in a year, it's just following each other. Like any money I have is just to put on the next one and on the next one. So for the 10 last year, I would say now is the best time that Afro events are really rising up. As we're gonna talk about it, I think Afro event is not big yet in America, but for Europe, we have about 10 to 15 events in a year. Oh, wow. On different countries by different organizers that can actually reach, I don't know, about 80 to 300 people. That's like the dance formation, the dance event, the dance weekend about African dance is very huge in Europe. And I think I can proudly say it's because I've been doing some okay work. You know, like I work with about 150 teachers that have their own school, that have their own brand, that have their own event right now, that promote and that support the community in different part of the world. So by doing this, I know I inspired, so they inspired, so the people after us gonna be inspired to continue that journey. But as always, we forget the first stones. The first stone, we did so many things for free, so many things for cheap. And now that things are rising up, we don't forget about those ones. I was like, I'm not on the best place to buy myself everything I need as material, like a new computer, a new camera, controllers, thing like this. I know my friend gonna surprise me with some stuff. I'm gonna surprise myself with the rest of it. But why not ask the people that take my classes, that watch my video, or that are just generous to participate to this project, because it's something that is pretty big, I think. And the work we did today, or the work I started like 10 years ago, gonna still impact the world in 10 extra years. Like, I'm sure of it, because today most teacher, like, we know each other, we have back story, we have long story, we have dramas together, but it's because we've been there and we've been working a lot. We know each other from this point. Now we create the bridge, like we can have more people from Africa, like that live in Africa, to make the visa, to make the paper, to make it to Europe. So it's like an extra level, but also an extra expenses. So I'm like, okay, let me just get with the fund, because I traveled in a lot of countries like Germany, America, Vienna, like some places. To have like crowd funds, it's so easy, or it's so okay. But in France, like, just the talk about asking money on social media is no, 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 no. But I talk with a lot of my friends, and I reach the point like, okay, I don't think we have the same mentality about it, because today I don't really see people the same way. Like, I don't care like what people are gonna think about it, because they don't know how much I invest into it. So I will just go with whatever I feel, and put it out there, and we will see what happens. But yeah, that's about it. Like, the GoFund will support me, continue helping other, create more events, create more contents, making some money, so actually can bring more African to Paris or to Europe. And the second thing I do also with part of my money is I have an association that is helping the sickle. I don't know how to say this in English, but basically there is a illness called drepanocytosis. It's something that touches the blood, and my brother and my sister have it. So basically, since last or 2 years ago, I started our organization about let people know about this illness, because it's one of the biggest sickle cell illness we have in Africa after the VIH, and there is no depistage control test about it, because you can give it to your children without even knowing it, and it can be super bad, because half of the babies don't survive after 10 years. But that's for another conversation maybe. But just, yeah, like the money I have, I use it for so many different projects that you don't put it out there on social media, because it's just what it is. So with this fund, I'm like, let me just put some of the things that are gonna help me with, and yeah, we will see what people feel about it.
Wow. Okay. I feel I have the same sentiments like you about asking people to donate or go to contribute to something online. But if you don't ask, you don't get. The simple rule, to even the biblical way says, to get anything you have to ask and it shall be given. Because I learned in life, everything that you're looking for is in the hands of somebody else who woke up with that thing. And what you have to give, somebody else is looking for that thing. So if you don't connect somehow, nobody will know or be able to help each other. Because you have it, it's easy, it's simple for you, but it's somebody else's desire or want or need. Just like your skill, your dance skill, your passion, what you do, your creativity. Somebody else is, oh, if I could learn to do this dance, or if I could get somebody to teach me. You know what I mean? So having a way to connect, I guess that's basically why we're doing this kind of outreach, okay?
Yeah.
So let me dive into one question, and we'll see how much of the questions we can handle. First of all,
yeah, let's try this. Can I just ask you something before we move on?
Yeah.
About the topic of the conversation, should we do it more like, I don't know, interview, Afro dance, a day, or USA, something like this? Because the Afrobeat dance challenge just sound too social media, like too TikTok. Like, I don't think people will stick to the conversation if it's just about Afrobeat dance challenge, because our conversation is so large. So I feel like we should put like interview, Afro dance, USA, Europe, something like more global.
Okay, let me get that right. Interview, Afro dance, USA, and something else. What did you say?
Yeah, Europe. Because that's about it. We need to create a bridge. We need to connect to see like how we can make things happen. I feel like people should know about this.
Okay. Definitely, I would work on the text or how I present it after.
Yeah.
After we finish this live interview, because then we'll go back to the editing room and we'll cut it up, chop it up. So it's like an interview, getting to know, first of all, Blaakow, then Afro dance, and your vision. And you're coming to the United States early next year, right?
Yeah, it's not announced yet, so we're gonna keep it for the surprise. But yeah, we're coming. It's ready actually. It's just that we didn't announce it. It's still, it should be still, yeah, still.
Okay. All right. All right. We'll keep it that way then.
Yeah.
All right. I was gonna say, tell us about your recent experience that reminded you why you are so passionate about Afro dance.
Wow, my recent experience, I guess it would go back to my last classes. I was in Germany, I was in Stuttgart. Like each time I'm in a room, dance class, I will say yesterday because I had a dance competition yesterday.
Oh, you
like
did?
freestyle competition.
Uh-huh.
But anytime when I can express the Afro dance, I just feel happy about it because I feel like I'm contributing to a larger movement. Like a lot of people don't know anything about the dance we do. When the black people that they wouldn't know like, oh, Afro dance is like so rich about this technique and this. So yesterday, for example, on the competition, we were supposed to freestyle on dancehall music. The competition was about Jamaican culture, so they had all style category, but they would play only dancehall, mostly middle school or even old school. So that was just it was complicated because it's not the same group. But I try my best to put some sauce like the Afro dances. But for me, anytime I can represent, I can show what it is, I would be so happy because when I arrive in France, I just understand that people just know hip hop here. Hip hop is so big, hip hop is so valued, had so much like money and sponsors, and it's like a church. Like hip hop is so huge and the talent is crazy. And I have the chance to be around the streets, the underground of the African dances here in Paris. And I know that it's powerful and it's so much bigger than anything people can know also on social media. So it just became a mission for me to put it on the spotlight. And anytime I can dance and show it, that's one of my favorite moments. And for me, any last time, yesterday or the day before or the workshop before, can be my last one. So I will enjoy myself. People now, they see video, they see us so happy. Oh my God, this dance is so happy. They're always smiling. But it's because we're living, like that's the energy we have on the moment. And because we know like we're contributing to something greater than us. And then people understand it in the room. If you can smile at somebody and he smile you back, that's connection, that's magic. So if you can dance, show something to somebody and this person can do it too, imagine the level. Like I'm just happy like I can teach you and then you got it. And there's no color anymore. There is no color, there is no age.
Wow.
I have people that are 3 years old or 60 years old. Like no age, no color. So it's just crazy. Like for me, it's the most beautiful thing I can do.
Wow. That is amazing. That is amazing. Because I'm also big on mindset. Like, I feel like you cannot be mad and angry and dance at the same time enjoying yourself. Your mindset is key to how you perform when you dance. What is your process to maintain and keep your mindset so that people don't upset you and throw you off and do what you do?
The thing is, we all have emotions, anger, sadness, all of this, we use it. We feel, we use it as an energy, we use it as a driver to clean ourselves, I would say. I will use dance, clean myself from all the bad energy, negative thought, and things like this because it's life. Life is not easy and people are gonna be people. Not everybody is nice and you just gotta find a way to be okay with it. And it's gonna come at you. So you have to find a way to avoid. Like it's gonna touch you, it's gonna affect you in some way.
Right.
So you're just gonna find something inside you that will make you put it on the side. I have a black box. Like I put everything on a black box and I open this black box sometime when I train very hard, I'm sweating, I'm out of breath, out of energy, and I'm like, you wanna give up? That's now you wanna give up. Really, like you wanna give up now while you have still this to achieve. And people don't know about this, or people think that you are this. You wanna give up now. So I will open my black box at this moment, take all the bad things that can happen to me this week, this month, this year, use it to be like, no, I don't want to give up yet. I do what I do, but I still have a lot of things to show and to prove and to put it out there. So I will not give up. I will spend 3-4 hours a day dance, even more sometimes. So yeah, all of this, you have to use it as an energy, but it's a process. You have to understand your feelings. You have to understand to use it as a positive thing to make yourself keep going. But yeah, basically, like, I would have feelings, of course. And people that know me, the European people know, like, during COVID, we have been talking a lot. I've done a lot of conferences like this online. I had a lot of issues about like how the Afro dance is going, how the Afro events are going in Europe, because it's a lot of new people, new generation and young generation. They don't have education about not anything, but like on my time, we were doing things by respect. We were doing things by hierarchy. We were doing things by the elders. Today, with social media, the young one don't need anybody. They will just watch what you do and do it. And as like this, of course you can do it. That's my right. People gonna use my brand, gonna use some of my terms on my logo, like my brand, gonna use my program, and it's supposed to be okay, right? But it's taken me 10 years to build something like this. And now that, yes, we make it after COVID. And the funny thing is, most people will start doing things after being in some of my events. So it's not like you've been doing this before to know me. You will be doing this after you know me, after you saw what I'm doing. And it's fine. I'm here to inspire and help people do things. But a lot of things gonna happen, not gonna upset. I will just find a way to take it in, clean myself about it, keep dancing, keep going. I had down moment, like I was seeing things, everything dark, but thanks God, thanks my mom and my very supportive friends and community around me, or even around Europe, that sometimes I just receive message from somebody in Finland, in Germany, in Sweden, in Greece, talking to me about like how my dance, my classes, my video helped them today, yesterday, or in their career today. That just, okay, give me a good smile and be like, okay, you can keep going. You are doing something pretty good, so keep going.
Wow. Okay. How did the vision for Africa Best Dance Camp and Afro Intensive program come to be?
I love this one. I used to battle a lot back in 2012, 2015, 2017. And I would be known like winning my competition, traveling in hip hop events. And then there would be parties and I would be dancing everything. There is hip hop, I would dance hip hop because I did start with hip hop as it was a church here. Who is not going to church? I would be doing hip hop, I would be doing dancehall, and then I would be doing Dombolo and Kubeka at the time. And people would be like, wow, what is this? How? Oh, da, 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 da. And they will ask me more questions, and people even gonna start calling me to teach. And I was like, what the? I never teach this thing. That's not something to teach. That's something we do. But the thing I understand years later is that it's on the Black culture and education that unfortunately our parents and our family did value those things. So we will not value it when somebody approach. So at the time I was like, I don't teach for 1 or 2 years. Then I would be recruited by a school in Paris and I would start teaching and I see like people really love it. And till the point I was booked in Russia, like actually I've been booked in Russia 12 times to teach Afro. And they will ask me to teach 1 week class, like 10 or 12 class, 2 class per day. I'm like, wow, you guys thirsty, like you want all these things. So it happened to me twice. One event because I really like their work, I will say the names. It's from Donga Girls. They booked me for the weekend and we do a program discovering about Afro House, Dombolo, Kupirikali, and I forgot the fourth one I was doing at the time. But yeah, basically, like we do 8 hours formation for the student. And I get to a point where I'm like, wait, this thing is going super fast because I was booked almost every week for 3 to 6 months. I know I'm good. I know what I'm doing. I can be fun and I'm doing my thing. And at that time, I was not like chilling with the underground. I was not chilling with the roots. I was doing my fusion, my mix, my cocktail for this period of my life. But I knew so many dancers from Paris and I started knowing people around Europe because we start having everything on social media. Yo, I know those dancers are doing Afro, those one are doing Dombolo, Kubirikali, da 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 da. Why not that today I have the visibility and the name and I feel like people like me or people like what I do? So why not have an event as they have hundreds of hip hop events like this every week and everywhere? Why not having a camp or a dance weekend, a dance convention about how Afro dances and see what happens? I start calling some dancer from Paris, like the underground one, and almost everybody say no. That's not what we do because the education we have, it was so strict. I don't know if we have time to get into all of that, but our own culture was not valued by our families. So we will not value it when an opportunity comes to the door.
Wow.
And it took me very patience. And the first year I did, I had to take two, I think, or one European teacher, then two teachers that was close to me. And we will do it like, okay, let's see what happened. And that would be 30 people in the room. So it'd be like, oh, okay, it's not bad. Then the second year, most people saw it. When I called them again, they'd be like, okay, let's try. So the second year we did, I did this event. I called about 22 teachers. So we start from 5 to 22. That goes super fast.
Wow.
And then I think we have about 120 people. So that was the beginning of ABDC 2015, 2016. That was like a huge movement in the African dance community in Europe. And then we start having people from Japan, Russia, even America. We have a lot of people that come from America, Latin America, all around the world. Even people from Congo and Ivory Coast travel to Paris to take classes. I was like, whoa, what?
Really?
But those ones are like the kids from the privileged ones. So yeah, the idea will come up like this. Basically, I was on the spotlight. I have visibility and I have names, and I'm like, we don't have this. We don't have this in the African dance community. So why not? Back in the time, I was doing competition in Afro also, and I remember I won a competition where the speaker was so distracted. So first, we didn't win any money prize because they decided that our category was not worth of money prize. Basically, they said the sponsors said this money just belong to this category. I'm like, that's something you should say before we do the competition. And I don't see a sponsor just say like, I'm gonna give money to this or to this category. Like, it doesn't make sense for me. I'm like, if all of this is true, I better just go and do something by myself because there is no way we're gonna be doing this for years. And before me, there was already so many people doing it. While I was there was so many people doing it already, and we were not valued. I feel like if it's not dancers that do things for dancers, nobody gonna do it. That's all all this thought, all this thing that was happening to me. I had the fame, like people wanna say, but for me, I don't like the term fame. But all of this, if you can help more people from your community, just do it. Because this dance and this movement is just bigger than one person. And that's how I started. First year was very small. Till now, it's been just huge, like internationally huge.
That's deep. Where do you see it in the next 5 years?
First of all, until this year, I didn't see it anymore because the two last year have been very hard. Since COVID, things has been very hard. And for the 10 years anniversary, I had actually the speech like, guys, it's been 10 years. It's been fun. And now I need to move on because it's very heavy. And like I say, it's not easy. That's what I saw till, I think, June. And from June, I had a very good conversation with one of my friends that started her own brand back in the day. And she had the backlash because so many things. And then she was like, the lesson she got from this is she should not have give it away. If you give up, if you give it away, even after 3 years, 5 years, or 10 years, of course, so many people gonna jump to in the opportunity, will take it, change something about it, call it theirs, and then your legacy is gone. When I heard the term like legacy, things you accomplish will be forgotten because we have so much power with social media today. But also, it's so dangerous for people that put the first stones. The first video you have on your page, nobody cares today. You have 100 videos. But you needed this video and the next one to have the name, the followers, the people that know you today. Like, you needed those videos. So dancing is the same. Like, you need like the first people to do things or to cheat, to organize, to think of just the thought, like think of doing this to make it happen so it can happen. But then people forget about it. Basically, if you let your thing go, of course you're gonna be forgotten. That's something that makes me think very hard because it's not like the attention, but it's more like the work. Like, I don't want my work to be forgotten. Because I've been in events, like people don't know me anymore. Usually when I go to events, it's like, yeah, that's like what you do. Like, but there's so many students don't know me. Like, but the organizer definitely know who I am. As we connect, and that's where you find the idea. That's why I'm like, okay, I should keep pushing a little bit more and to see if life have more opportunity for me. And also I need to show up more. Even as an elder, of this community, I decided I'm gonna be paying my flight ticket to go show my face to people event, to battle event, and to show, okay, I'm here in my brain and my face and myself, still alive and still doing things. That's the point of my life where I am. It's weird, but I'm like, try your best, try your maximum, and then maybe you can give up. Like then and maybe you can give up. But so far, I thought I did my maximum, but I have still some to go. I would say ABDC is still alive. I have more proposal about collaboration as with you and other people. I will see like management or agency, something like this that will help others about building the brand, building the event, building the school or the crew, because I work with dance company, I work with school, I work with other organizer in their event, like so many small things that I can just put on me to be smart now to see the new path. Because I open one that is super crowded now and it's good, it's no problem about it. I just need to use my creativity to find something extra useful for people and to go with it. Like we talked before, like I was thinking of something with movies or TV show about that the Afro dance and stuff, but let's keep it silent again because people can just watch this, take it, and then do it. So.
I'll say this. I'll encourage you in a way. What I'm going to say now. I learned it from, I guess, from a business coach. They say ideas are really not worth anything. Is the execution of the idea that is worth something. A lot of people have plenty ideas. I can throw a lot of ideas at you now, but until you do it, and if you can do it and bring it to life, you have every right to get the credit. This is just me talking now, right? I feel like the more value I can give to people, right? If I can throw an idea at you and you can take that idea, run with it, and bless humanity, so be it. You deserve it. You see, there's no shortage of idea. That is one thing, right? I can open up my computer now and give you tons and tons of things we can do in dance. If anybody can take that idea and build on it, go ahead. I will be more than happy that I've been able to bring something to life by sharing ideas. So that's just my way of thinking, okay? So if you can collaborate with any artist from the past or now, that dead or alive, who would it be?
The thing is, today, if it's like any artist, I will go with the one today that have the most visibility. That would be between Beyonce and Burna Boy. They have more visibility, and with the small visibility I have, I've done some crazy work that impact I don't know how many thousand people around the world. So if I have a little collaboration with them and have 1% visibility of what they have, I don't even know how many things I would be doing. But if we go to the past, you got it. Michael Jackson for sure. There is no way like he has so many hidden message, not even hidden. That was just obvious. Like on the music that was just about unifying, being at peace, being together. Like even heal the world, make it a better place. Even now I just have goosebumps just thinking him singing it.
Wow.
So the impact he have on his music is something that was like out of this dimension. And let's not forget that was still early time when black people have rights and all of that. And America was crazy and still crazy today about like black people, police or racism and stuff. So to come up with a mindset like this out of the misery and the lifestyle like that they had in America and with his family, that's crazy. I'm just like, how do you find the place in your heart to get this message, to make this music, to be this artist? So yeah, like just meeting the guy, even sit on the table or being in the same room that this guy would be something very inspiring because I consider myself as a sponge. If you have very positive energy, I will feel it, I will have it. You have a very creative energy, I will feel it, I will have it. If you have a very bad energy and something is wrong, I will feel it and it will stress me. And if I stress, I'm like, okay, something is wrong here, I gotta leave. So yeah, just being around those people will give me another mindset. Because so far, I like to say I'm proud to be from the underground because I really don't wanna sell myself as a commercial, even though that's where the money is. That's if you do commercial for TikTok, for social media, for Burna Boy music, for all the super artist music and all of this would be easy to dance, but that will not be me. So on the underground, we struggle, but also I feel something alive when I'm part of this. And I've been part of the commercial, and I see how you need to act. You need to be somebody that you are not. You force yourself to smile, to shake hands, to say yes, and then you turn to go and complain.
Wow.
I've been in LA. I've seen it in LA. I've been there. People try to collaborate with me to get a job without me, or to get in the agency asking me to choreograph something for a choreographer. So the choreographer can be part of a big thing with Beyonce, actually.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, yo, this world is too crazy for me. I need to stay away. Like, but yeah, MG, Michael Jackson for sure. And for today, I would say, yeah, Burna, Beyonce. That's the first one that comes to my mind right now because I was not really thinking about it.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay. Like we are saying, we're putting this thing out there in the universe, and you don't know who's watching this or who will see this. It's very possible Burna Boy might even be looking for someone like you to do a project with. You never know.
Bro, you can imagine, he was in concert in Paris. People I know organized his after party. I paid 2,000 with my friend and family, of course, not by myself, to get a private table, to be close to like on stage and stuff. But this guy was so crowded, like he came, he had to perform on the DJ box. So he was like this, trying to sing. People were trying to grab him, touch him. So he just to do one song and leave. He was like, no, that's too much. That's not right. Like everybody was on the little stage, this Miami Avenue, like those little walking stage over there. But that was super crowded. People just step on it. But yeah, who knows? Maybe one day, no problem.
Another thing I practice is the law of attraction. If you want something and you imagine yourself having it, you can attract that thing to you.
Yeah.
That was how I attracted you to this podcast. Because I had a passion to help people and bring this message and bring this collaboration where people can have a platform to express dance. So I put it out there in the universe. And I started just texting, emailing, and DMing people. And that's how we connected. I'm a very big believer in the law of attraction, in the mind. Whatever you desire or want, you can attract to you. You know, there was a project I have in mind called Jesus Christ Superstar. That was a concept, right? Let me just put this to you now. From your experience or from your knowledge of the industry now, if you were to tell a story about the end days of Jesus, right? You're Christian or you know anything about the Last Supper, right?
Yeah, I'm Christian. I know a bit.
Okay. Consider myself spiritual. I grew up in a Christian setting, but my belief, I'm very open and broad-minded. I believe in consciousness. I believe in spirituality. I don't believe in religion per se. I don't judge people based on their classification. I believe that we are all connected. We are all one. We are all one consciousness. So what I'm saying is just going by the story, if we're to go by the story of the Bible, the Last Supper, and you wanted an Afrobeat artist to play the role of Jesus, to play the role of the 12 disciples. Who do you think the Afrobeat singer will be perfect to play the role of Jesus Christ? Between Burna Boy, Ashake, Wizkid, Rema, who do you think will be perfect for that role? Or Davido?
But the thing is, artists, they have so much vice. Yeah, we know some stuff about artists, but I know not everybody is good or helping others. For example, I would not put Wizkid because I've...
I said you would not put Wizkid. Why is that?
Wait, let me explain that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No,
Let
but
me be quiet.
because he's been here forever. Back in the day, I think people forget about it. It's actually him that put Azonto to the spotlight.
Oh, wow.
Because he was super popular. The day he released a song named Azonto, that's when, for me, like, we hear him, like, singing Azonto. What was the song again? I'm not gonna even try to sing it.
Okay.
But anyway, and I remember that was some issue from the Ghana artist that was saying, like, he take something from them. But it was not really, I don't know how things happened back in the day, but for today, for example, like, basically, he trash talk about Davido.
Oh, wow.
And no matter, like, their rival or something, for me, those two and now Burna Boy, but they were like for years, those two were like the captain of, let's say. and everybody was listening every release they do. And Davido has been doing some amazing work and even putting Amapiano to the American level. Like Davido has been collaborating with American before anybody, before a lot of people.
Right.
And now we collaborate with American and South African that put Amapiano music to a very high level. Thing that I don't think Whiskey did anything with South African, for example. But basically, he just said something like Davido doesn't have any talent. And on interview, because somebody was asking him something about what do you think about Davido? And I just feel like it's so bad to say something that is from your same culture, do the same thing. It's like me, somebody asked me, what do you think about this dancer? And I just have bad thing to say. Even if you know my friend, that's the funny thing with me, people don't know. If I have something to say to you, I would say it very strongly and very, you might feel bad. But it's between you and me. But if anybody asks me anything about anybody, I would just be like, yes, of course, or the simple thought, let the person work. So I believe in genuine kindness, like to be kind to each other. And if I have something with you, it's between you and me. I would not say like I'm perfect and I don't talk about like drama that I have with people. Of course I do, because I need my friend also to help me deal with it. But at the end of the day, when people ask me about booking or something like this, I would just, yeah, of course, this person is doing this. Like I can actually explain what the person is doing. But about artists like music, I feel like they're really hard with each other. So putting somebody on Jesus' shoes, I would go with Asake then. I would go with Asake because I love his music. I love his creativity. It's crazy. So far, I didn't hear bad thing about him. And I love the fact that he support dancer. He put dancer on stage. He vibe with us, and that was amazing. Rema, for me, Rema is too young. He's super too young to be Jesus.
Okay.
Basically, what we are doing now, this is the vision that I see. I think we can do a lot of integration and do a lot of collaboration, regardless that there's no COVID, but live streaming or virtual presentation is still effective, is still alive today, my brother. Because definitely, you see what we're doing now, if we fine tune everything, is very, very possible we can give a workshop, because this kind of knowledge that we are sharing, a lot of people don't know a lot of those things that we're talking about. And I see cats like you that have both experience and wisdom. You have a lot that you can give to the younger generation. See, my goal is, I love the Gen Zs, right? The people that are between 12 and 26, because I so much believe that they have so much energy and they're going to drive whatever this thing is today in Afrobeat. They're going to take it to another level. Imagine them 20 years from now. They're the ones that's going to be controlling pretty much everything. So them understanding the culture, the roots, and how this thing has come to be what it is will help. The foundation will help build what you and I already part of. Yeah. I don't know how much time you have to give us, but if it's possible, we can possibly set up another live stream, because you're a busy man. I don't want to keep you too much. And in Paris now is what? Is 9 o'clock at night?
Yeah.
But it's fine. It's fine. And another hour is fine. Okay, perfect. So definitely, you were saying something about who would be perfect to play the role of, if we did an adaptation of Jesus Christ Superstar, and your insight about Ashake, Rema, Davido, Whiskey, that was beautiful. I love that insight. And but it's a concept. Look, it's a concept that is possible. It's possible for us, because this is the vision, what I see, right? Afrobeat is just starting, and Afro anything is just starting. This is the foundational stage. It's interesting what you were saying about hip hop, how hip hop has dominated everywhere, even in Europe, and is so huge and big. So it's the movement that has lasted over what, 50, 60, 70 years, right? The height of what we are seeing now in Afrobeat, in this culture, this is just the beginning. It's just the beginning with the fusion of amapiano, all the African music, all the different versions, or Afro house, Afro this, Afro that. This is really the foundation. So it's up to us to take it to wherever we want to take it. So we can do Broadway, we can do cartoons, we can do movies, we can do reality shows. The sky is the limit to what we can do today. I just feel that way. Okay, you ready for another question, or you want to finish your thought before we got disconnected?
Ready for another one? I just, as I can, it's good. Like, I was giving feedback from the others, but we can give them next question.
Wonderful. What is the one thing you think people misunderstand about the Afro culture, the Afro dance culture? You touched about this a little bit.
I would say thinking that it's just from one place. It's just one thing, and cool. Afrofusion represent the term and the globalization of the culture. People feel like it's from one country, one place, one thing. And I would say that's the biggest mistake. As I saw in people taking classes or being surprised when they're in the class and they see that's actually technique, that's actually challenging, that's actually brain exercising. It can't just be easy. If that would be easy, let's do ballet, then it look easy. But you don't look at the shoes, you don't look at the thing, how people suffer to have it. So people see the smile in African dances, the videos, the vibe, but they don't see what the body goes through. They don't see the starving people have behind you. They don't see the money people put on the side and don't buy any shoes, anything to get the iPhone, to get a lighter, like this kind of thing to make video on social media and to just show off and be happy on the video. Like, I know, for example, there was kid from Uganda, from Rwanda, from Tanzania. That become like a trend now. Like the kids are so popular on social media because people be like, "Oh, look at us kids! They're so cute. They're so joyful." People don't see how their life is behind the camera. I would say the misunderstanding is based on social media. African dance should be easy and accessible just because you can watch it, you can do it. But no, there is a lot of technique, there's a lot of background, there's a lot of history, a lot of different tradition, culture. You pick one move, you're gonna have, I don't know, maybe 10 to 20 years of history about this move, how it changed.
Wow.
When I start learning about new dancing like Afro house, I have to be like, yo, but this call remind me of this word from this dance. And these days have been created in the 90s, but this one is from the 1000s. I'm like, and let me check with the people from this community if there is any connection with them and this country. Because, for example, from Kubedekale to Domono, or from Afro House, Kuduro to Dombolo also, I was like, yo, there is so many things that you say that you use when you're dancing your music that just sound like the Lingala or the Dombolo from Congo, etc. And then they were like, oh yeah, definitely, because we have pressure from this, we take this from there. And then you learn like how the one concert, one music, one artist visits university in that country, then one artist have this thought and then he do it, then his whole country start doing it.
Right.
Based on the fact that one artist from Congo travel to their country and do concert, etc. There is just some history that is crossing each other like this, like how Angola has been inspired from Congo, but also inspired from South Africa, or how Ivory Coast has been inspired from Congo, but how Congo Brazzaville has been inspired by Ivory Coast, and you just see the spider, the net. So that's my head, and with my research, the people I talk and I work with. Today I get to a point where I can connect things like this, and it was just so interesting. And trying to say all of this in a class is so hard and so long. And I try to explain to people like everything you see, it has so much history, but really was questioning the thing. You're questioning the dance, you're questioning the video. And unfortunately, we as teacher, we need to go with it because when you are too talky like me, you are being put on the side because you talk too much. People don't want to, not everybody. I have very good community that when I learn and always encourage me to talk. But I also know that I lost so many, not followers, but yes, students that say, because they were like, they just wanted to do things so they can post on social media. By the time I understand it, it was too late because I understand it when I just see them do it with the teacher or with the people that I was like showing off on social media so they can also show off this. Okay, so that's the type of thing you like. Then it's one person, then it's 20 people, then it's 100 people, then you're like, okay, so that's what is happening now. And I just feel like I'm a very still stone. I'm still the same with the same mindset, and I see people coming well. But at some point, I adapt. I need to adapt. I still try to stay me and to
to keep the story going, to keep the story living. I'm just so inspired from so many different cultures. So our motivation, like I disrespect culture because I just want to go with the flow of social media. And sometimes we're all gonna do TikTok. So it's okay. Let's create a challenge. Try to stay near the most as much possible.
Wow, you just mentioned something now that it sounds interesting. Maybe you can start a challenge for us here that we can just keep going on our platform. Have you done a challenge before?
Yeah, we need to give something to people because people are not gonna join just like this. Be like, oh, you wanna win a trip to Paris? Nah, that's too much. That's too much. Let's start with.
We can find a sponsor to help us pay for that trip to Paris. You never know. Some people might want to sponsor us. Yeah, give me some ideas. If it comes to like maybe merch, I can give merch. I can give people VIP tickets to events that we're doing in LA. But if they're in LA, it's going to benefit them more. But if they want to fly to LA, it's up to them. As we're talking, I'm getting a couple ideas. I'll refine and fine tune those ideas now, and I'll post it here. Okay. Hopefully, maybe you can share it on your platform too, because I'm very big on empowering people, whatever will help people get to the next level. I love doing stuff like that. Yeah, I love doing that. And honestly, what I want to do also, like when people purchase, selling my merch or whatever, I'm giving back a portion to foundations in Africa where people don't have shoes, clothes, good water, electricity. Because see, I grew up in Nigeria, in Lagos, and from the rural places of Ajigule. So when I see what Afrobeat is doing to the world and how all these artists from these parts of the world where I came from, how they're blowing up and becoming big superstars, I'm like, this is amazing. Who would have thought? Look, I came from Ajigule and I now live in California, in Orange County, one of the richest counties or locations in the world. So it's a blessing. So I want to use this to give back to people. It's possible. It's possible that you can achieve any height you want to in this life if you believe. If you believe, anything is possible.
Strong. That's strong.
So could you share some challenges you faced when you were establishing your program and how you overcame them?
Dealing with people is the hardest thing because I grew up with 10 or 12 brothers and sisters. And now I know that we are more than 20. You don't have selfishness. That's never been my culture. We have bread. We're gonna split it to everybody get bread. If we 10, you get it to 10. If you are 5, you get it to 5. If you are 20, we find a way to share it to 20. I grew up with this mindset. And I think to my friends, to my family, anything I can do, I was always there to do and help. When I jumped into the dance industry, I was always this mindset. Organizing event has been super challenging because I wanted to be on the side of the student to give a very good price for them so they can make it and it's not costing them too much. But on the same time, that will be undervalue the work of the teachers. It happened a few times that of course some event has been very bad, like financially, and so much losses. And sometimes I have to ask teacher to give me a discount, or sometimes I'm gonna have to find a way to finance it by myself, and that would take me weeks or more.
Right.
So when we're in this situation, that's where you see people real face. Some people are gonna be super aggressive, like you stealing from them. And I explained it all the time before to book people, and that's like 10 years of work. So imagine at the beginning, the first time I called you, I'd be like, yeah, people don't know you in this part of the world. People don't know this culture in this part of the world. I will invite you and 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 different teachers. We're going there, we bring our community, we bring our culture, we show them, and hopefully they can support the next time, the next event.
Right.
So most of the time I explain this before we have the event happening. At the beginning, like the 2, 3 first year, it was fine. Like we were doing well and people were super excited. But when I start losing money and when I start having all the amount of money, that's where I see like actually people were there on their pocket. Because and then to wait 1 week or to wait 1 month was super hard to people to give me because they'd be like, no, I need my money now. I'm like, wow. So we've been working 2, 3, 6, 7 years together to get to the point where you don't just pay me money because I don't have it. Like,
Right.
and for COVID, for example, I had so much debt. Like until now, I still paying my debt like to the bank. So for me, Dealing with people was the hardest because as we grow, as the Afro dance grow everywhere, even from New York, or being in New York, I brought my event over there, and the way everybody just fall in love with it. Like the first time I did it there, I literally have everybody, all the teachers. We find a way. 2 days we'll have 10 or 12 teachers teaching, and the whole community was there, and that was just beautiful. Now things are super different. That's what I'm gonna say. And it's sad for me because I know people before, like we all explode. It's not just about New York, it's like about Europe, about France. And now it's just interesting to see where people have the fame or the visibility, the authority, how like even answering your message become impossible.
Wow.
And even people that used to, in France, for example, that used to run after me for me to teach them
Right.
or to come to my event for free. Now the Z generation, like it's their time now. They've been good on social media. You are 22, you are 24, you are called everywhere, you are booked. Artists like your body, like your face, call you for video, call you on stage. So you become this person, this project, and it's really good. Like it's fine. But you don't even have time to answer anymore, or you don't give prices, or you don't give discount. But thing like this been for me was the hardest thing to deal with because I didn't understand the switch. So I think this year I can understand everybody's about money. True. That's the sadness of it. Everybody's about money. I have to be okay with it when I was still trying to deal like the real community. It took me easy 5, 6 years to change my price to my prices. But you're dealing with people while we're growing, while everybody becoming huge. It's part one. I would say that there is a part two. And so there is a part two is coming to me right now. The hardest challenge. I would say a second thing is finding sponsors. It's one first related to the money, the second one is related to the way. Finding sponsors as because I'm from Paris, I live in Paris. Just being black, trying to go to somebody's office is a big deal. Being black, having my haircuts, and when you walk on the street or you arrive in the building, everybody have suit or have some hippie style or whatever style, and you are like who you are. I feel this already. Like I said before, I'm a sponge person, so I can feel the energy. When I take the metro to arrive in Paris Center and I see people grab their purse
Wow.
or try to turn, even on the stairs, turn every 5 seconds, turn really at the bakery. This thing today, that's your happen, at least your happen today. So
Wow.
finding sponsors on this climate is impossible. Like I never find it. In France, I never find sponsors. 10 years after my event, that would be the second thing, like, because everything would be so easier.
Okay. That creates a lot of opportunity because look, this is my experience, right? Most businesses, if you can show them a pathway to double their investment, they would invest. Most American businesses that I deal with or that I'm opportune to be associated with. I don't know how things happen in Europe, but I think we can collaborate some type of way and put something together. Like you definitely, I would like for you to come to LA to do an event, right? A live event. I was thinking we can do something virtually, but we'll explore all the possibilities.
Okay.
If we can do something virtually, we can start there. Then we can move on to now doing something live in Los Angeles because there's a lot of interest and there's a lot of opportunities in this field. This genre is really exploding. So let's brainstorm and have a meeting of the minds. I'm going to put this out there. If you know any business that's looking for opportunity in Afrobeat or in the Afro dance world to showcase their merchandise, it could be if you work for Nike, if you work for Adidas, if you're a marketing representative for all the big brands, there's always opportunity in this field to showcase your brand, to grow your brand. We're asking for your partnership, your collaboration, your sponsorship, because this platform is huge. Just like on my platform, on Afro Groove Express alone, our content is viewed up to 5 million times a month. That's the kind of traffic that comes through just Instagram alone. We get 5 million views on our content on a monthly basis. So any business or brand that wants to partner with us, your merchandise or your product or your face or your brand seen by 5 million people on a monthly basis. And these are dedicated, true people that love this culture. So you were going to say something?
Yeah, when he said the names, the break is interesting because those brands actually did sponsor the dance event in Paris the whole summer, and all event was about hip hop. Adidas,
Wow.
Puma, Nike, Snipes, like they have like almost every week we were having like band competition on the street, at the Eiffel Tower, and the river, and like so many crazy places, like very friendship place, and that was mostly hip hop. Some event, I think they have Afro judges. I think we have one that sponsored was the Afro event. They booked like a concert. Yes, I feel like I was VIP, but I was like on the 26th, 7th floor. Like the stage is here, and I was so far on the
Oh,
back.
wow.
But the seat was so comfortable with this of couch. You have space to breathe. You hear the music so perfectly, and you can have a screen to see the videos. That was like a concert, and they put this for a dance competition, and the place, like the feed trends were for free.
Oh, wow.
And guess how much was the money price? 100,000
Wow. Dollars or euros?
euros.
100,000 euros. Wow.
But nobody expected.
Wow.
No one just, and the organization, the producing level, the video, that's like cinema production thing.
Right.
Everything was perfect.
Wow.
I organized for 10 years. I never see it. Next level. So I know if they want, they can. If they want, they can. The money is there. The producer is there. Everything is there.
Who put that event up that you're talking about?
Nike. Nike and Snipe, they collaborate together.
Nike and who?
Snipes. It's a brand, like a short brand of Germany.
It looks to me, I think if we put a package together, we can do a presentation, because if we did something in the Afrobeat space, in the Afro dance space, we can get thousands of people coming to those events, just like what they do here, Coachella, even what Afro Nation is doing well.
This festival in Europe also. Since COVID happened, I don't know how everybody get the idea, but it just got so big so fast. Like Germany have it, Spain have it, UK, oh my god, UK have it like every week, every week. Spain or somewhere in UK, you're gonna love it. Like you can see everybody, all artists from Africa, even from America, you're gonna see them. Netherlands, UK, France, we have some small ones. Spain have some big one, because music is really what changed the world, that really connect us, and it can really change a lot of things.
Okay, you know what? You were actually opening my mind to areas that I wasn't thinking of. I was just concentrating on here, Los Angeles, but I'm very open now to put stuff up in Europe. Honestly, I tell you, we can create something and propose something to some of these big sponsors like Nike, like we talked about. It's very possible. It's very possible, because once we can show them numbers, what's possible, businesses love to make money. And when they see opportunity, they will go for it. So I think I'm just wrestling with a lot of excitement and enthusiasm, because I know what's possible. Like, there's a lot of things that are going on in my head right now. But what I'll tell you is I learned quickly, because I was going to do an event this weekend, right? The 15, 16, 17. But after talking to people, and I'm seeing that a lot has to do with the teachers that will teach the dance. And I saw the energy with some people, and I'm like, okay, maybe I need to recalibrate and come back. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do. But we did film something that I'm going to drop that video soon to show you guys what is possible. I'll drop that. And what I'm saying is, Blaakow, we will have a meeting of the minds. We will present something. Instead of me just being limited to Los Angeles and Hollywood, we can possibly start something in Europe and maybe have a grand finale in LA for even a prize money going up to maybe like $1 million. Because when you say $1 million, it raises the bar. American Idol does it. X Factor does it. And the money is there, my brother. The money is there. It's not just about creating the environment to attract the PV sponsors. And I think we have that synergy, because initially we can start something, even take like local competitions in Africa, and the winner will get to come to a grand finale in Hollywood. You know?
I did it right. I did this for Europe actually. for my event I did in Europe, my other students, the people that participate in the event and want to do a freestyle competition, the winners won the free ticket for Paris and get to battle in Paris. What is interesting is, as in Europe is mostly white people, like we get to come to Paris and battle like the people from this culture. Western, like even to now, people are very scared about thinking like he's gonna kill me. But today, as I participate, I've been feeling the hip hop culture and can be very toxic and nervous on battle competition thing to control what is happening in my events. So people feel safe to dance, no matter who you are, because in hip hop there is no colors, there is no age, there is no whatever. There is only you and your dance. As in Afro, we should have this conversation about cultural appropriation. Who is allowed? Basically, who can teach? Who can be a very good representative of the African village? Is it you because you black? Is it you because you're white and you wow word? So we had this big conversation that was very heavy on everybody's shoulder. Because me, I stand to the point that so many people that have been in my event actually study more than most people, no matter your color. So we have to mention like some, yes, that's true. Some white people have books. They write every day everything they learn. For African then culture, why a lot of African we just have the brain of I have my thing from learning can do it. So what is about the freestyle? I wanted to really push and encourage people to freestyle and to show. And I always have a saying like, take freestyling as your name. Would you be ashamed to say your name? Would you be ashamed to scream your name? No. Even if it's on the train or outside, who cares? That's your name. You should do it. If somebody asks you, can you freestyle? And you say, no. Do you have a name? No, I don't have a name. Wow. So I try to, first of all, put this on mind of people like take freestyle as easy that it's supposed to be, something you enjoy. Something you enjoy. Don't start thinking of crazy move. Don't start overthinking. Start with something you like, something you feel, a very style you like to do. Then you will see like your creativity. Your brain is smart. Your brain is freaking smart. You have everything. It's just your mind. There's the brain and there's the mind. That is, and the mind is the voice that will undervalue anything you will say or think and want to do. No. These words shut it out. Don't listen to it. Just do. Like you say, some morning you're tired, you don't want to wake up. You just have to wake up, move. The same for dancing and preferring. So, wow. Okay. You know what? I love your energy. I love your spirit. I love your whole aura, right? I just feel this is the start of something that will go places. Okay, because I believe in following my intuition and mindset. You said some things about mindset. Yes, well, the mind is different, the brain is different. Affirmations is how you can get your mind to believe in yourself or believe in whatever you want to do and reprogram, rewire your subconscious mind for success, for possibility, to attract the people you need to work with to elevate you. I'm big on those kind of things. And that's part of what I do. I like to educate the mind and give people hope and possibility of what is possible. But before we wrap up, Blaakow, it's clear you're doing incredible work to elevate Afro dance and connect dancers across the globe. Your journey and your insight offer so much inspiration and energy, and we're truly honored to have you come on this platform. So I'm going to start winding down because there's just so much we can touch. When do you think you'll be available for us to maybe do a part two or follow up to this? I would say maybe next week on a Wednesday. Yeah, also like next on a Wednesday or a Tuesday. Because this week I have competition preparation. I will finish mates. Then I will have easy weekend at Afro in Amsterdam. It's for the competition and dance convention. Okay, great. Those competitions and dance competitions you go to, do they live stream it all anywhere online? Or they mostly do battles. Yeah. So we can see it while it's happening live? Yeah. I think he will do it because it just also depends on the gear, the material, the moment, on the Wi-Fi connection. but there is always somebody in the room that is doing it. I think I will actually ask somebody to do it from my ABC account anyway, so to be sure that somebody do it. But usually have it on Afro, but I will send you after.
Yes, if you can send me the link, I would like to join, and I can even just showcase it, stream it here while you guys are doing it, just to spread the word or whatever. I think there's a lot in that area that we can exploit.
Yeah.
But anyways, these are ideas we're fine tuning. Our goal is to bring value to people that watch and follow us here.
So what is the best live stream platform?
OBS is great. If you use OBS as a software, you can use OBS to distribute to like Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook at the same time, right? And it's a free software. If you get the feed to your social media, you can run it from OBS to live stream. This is also an opportunity. If you're a technical person here and you're good at anything, DM us, DM me, DM Africa Dance, your information. Yeah, DM us because we need your collaboration. We need your help. We need your support. You guys help us do what we do. We've been here talking for what? Go to 2 hours, giving a lot of value. So you can support us. You can support my channel. You can support Africa Best Dance Camp. You can support Afro Intensive Program. Go to his GoFundMe, support. This man just had his birthday, support, and whatever you give is not too small. And even if it's $10, $20, whatever, you're donating to a good cause. That's what I'm saying. So if you buy my merchandise, just mention Africa Best Dance Camp and you get 50% off of that merchandise for mentioning that, because I'm using this to support my brother. Okay. Is there anything you want to touch on before we wrap up, my brother?
I'm really grateful. I'm grateful for the call, for this interview. Like you said before, like the nose of attraction. I think it's a manifestation now. What is happening now? Because for the summer, or like, yeah, let me find a job. Let me find a 9 to 5. And I've tried for 2 months. I have interviews. I have another thing, but I don't have things. And then I'm like, you know what? Maybe take it as a sign that you should push your dance. Something gonna happen. Some sign, some little thing gonna happen, or somebody gonna reach out. And my friend, like I said before, I reach out about Washington. Then you reach out about LA. So I'm like, that's actually super interesting, because I always think that America is a new market. But African is interesting. And I didn't get to go back since COVID. Anything that we put together and make it happen will be beautiful. And also, we are just been great because I'm only who's kind of my life. Yes, 33 sound a lot, but 33 is my like number. Like other 3 posts are like my favorite numbers. So I just like this year smell very good. It's a nice conversation, connection between you. And yeah, I'm excited for what next.
Wow. Okay, call to action. Guys, what the basic thing you can do now is join the wait list. Go to the link in my bio and join the wait list. Let us know what you want to see, because we have a wait list. We have a form or survey because we want to know what people want to see, what kind of dances, what kind of experience they want to have. Join the wait list. So I have like 2 wait lists now. One is for Ultimate Afro Dance Experience. So I'm going to broaden that, make it the Ultimate Afro Dance Experience. Then we have something called the Jesus Christ Superstar Waitlist to see how many people want to see this event come to their city. Once we get enough interest, enough people interested, that would help us create this thing and birth it, because the interest of the people is what drives the sales, is what drives the marketing, is what drives the investors to come and invest. So if you guys like what you see, what you hear about Afro dance, Afrobeat, Afro culture, and you want to be a part of the movement, join the movement, join the wait list. Support my brothers, GoFundMe, follow him, go to Afro Dance and join his Instagram. Let's do each other. Let's make this thing happen, because whatever you're seeking is also seeking you. So everybody here, I know we all woke up today wanting something that we don't have. But that thing you want from somebody else wants to give it to you because they have it and they don't need it, or they have it and they have too much of it. That's how life works. That's how life works. There's even a sponsor now that's looking for what kind of Afro dance, Afrobeat, Afro experience can I sponsor to help people and put out my brand, put out my clothing line, put out my shoe, put out my business. Here you have it. We are here. Let's work together. Let's partner. Let's make dreams come true.
I like the way you talk because it just sounds like everything is happening. It's not even getting happening, like everything is happening now.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That's a wrap for this episode of Enhanced Perceptions. Blaakow, thank you so much for sharing your story, your passion, your mission with us. For everyone listening, if you are as moved by Blaakow's journey as we are, check out Africa Best Dance Camp and the Afro Intensive Program. Let's keep the rhythm of Afrobeat alive together. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our podcast. And stay tuned for our next episode where we continue to exploring the minds and passion that shape culture. Until next time, keep dancing to the beat of your own story.
Thank you.